Authority. We'll start our meeting with standing for a moment of silence and a pledge of allegiance. Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. See, we're gonna pack Zoom. I say your name, that packed meeting room. All right. Let's begin our meeting by committee reports, if we have any. Is there anything from the lease negotiating and real estate committee? Trump, Rhodes, and Mr. Crimmel?
Yeah, nothing new on our end.
Nothing new. Just a thought, as far as this committee's concerned, I have a suggestion, and you guys can kick it around and see if it's worth it, but
Ben, could you talk into the microphone?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Yes, forgot. I've got a suggestion. You guys kick it around, see if you think it merits any consideration, but I'd like the committee to at least once a year meet with any tenants that we have with the Recreation Authority. I don't know that we typically schedule that. I know we've certainly spoken to blue collar from time to time about issues, but it might be good to have a regular one-on-one with them and just to make sure that everything's going properly. So you guys decide whether you think that's worth making it part of a standing mission for the real estate committee. All right, with that, let's move to the Finance and Operations Committee, Lounsbury, Lundy, and Enoch. Any report on the barn and pro shop project? Anything new?
You want me to? All right. So we met with Gorski about a design build for the pro shop with, I think, instructions. Can we save a little bit of money by scaling it down or, making things a little bit tighter? And from what Cindy was able to get, back and forth with him, it looks like there is some savings that we could put in the building, but the total project would still be over 1.5, which is what we, had originally kind of talked about. So, and then we also talked about temporary pro shop, which, Dave was big on that. I would say my 2 cents was, I don't know why we can't use the snack bar as our temporary pro shop, if that would be an option, but that's something that is not a substantial cost, in the scope of the project at $36,000. But Cindy, I don't know if you have anything else that you wanted to discuss with I was virtual. I know you guys were in the meeting. If he said anything afterwards.
I don't think he did. And using the pro shop, we have the issue of ADA accessibility. And then also restaurants, we still need those.
Yeah.
Because they're only upstairs.
I did look at annual cost. If you're at 1.7 mil, okay, and if you're out 15 years at 5%, 20 at 4.5, you're gonna run anywhere from 130,000 to 161,000 bucks a year. So the question is, can we?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole number. That's just taking the number.
Yeah,
divided.
it's just rough numbers. I looked at what Concord did and I used 4.5 and 5% and just ran some numbers to see what the extremes were.
Okay. I guess I would be hopeful that we would have a significant down payment by the time we get serious about this project. We have more than 400,000 in our capital budget, our capital funds right now, that capital improvement funds. Hopefully with a good year, we'll be able to add to that. I think we'll, at the end of this year, I believe we'll see some extra income coming in from blue collar. So, like I said, hopefully it won't be that high, but I like to see a significant piece of the improvement paid for going in.
Mhm.
And again, you guys can decide, on the financial side, how much that should be and what that looks like. Any thoughts?
Was it Concord who we talked about making like a big down payment? And
I don't recall.
I'm trying to, they advised to not completely tap whatever reserve we have to make sure that we have some kind of waiting for us in case we did have a bad year, bad weather, really, let's say we have snow until, March or something like that, where we have 2 or 3 months of projected revenue that doesn't exist because there's snow on the ground. But that's the only thing I think that was from one of our first meetings. They were kind of talking about that.
Yeah. They were also concerned just being able to float the money.
Yeah.
But that was like 2.5 million at that point, and they were pretty much like, you can't afford it, if you recall.
Okay.
Did the board want to move forward, or are we talking about it for another month, or at this point, you're done in terms of what you would ask staff and your consultants to get? So it's either you authorize to move forward, which would be the next selection is choosing the smaller version or staying with the larger one, and then talking to and deciding on a financial person. So they can lay out financial options to you and what those numbers look like.
Yeah, I think the next step is picking the financial advisor and then letting them run some numbers on both scenarios. Obviously, I think the larger one's not gonna lie, but we'll see.
Because you'd have to get a proposal from that, it has to come to the board, which would be September's meeting. You have to authorize that, and then they start their work. So you're looking at October before they go out for any kind of numbers.
I have some questions on the project. Well, either whether it's small or large, does that include the new utilities, the water and sewer lines?
Yes,
Yes.
it does not include the parking lot. That's an additional 175,000.
Is that like paving the whole thing, or is that the reconfiguration of the parking lot?
I think it's both. It's
Okay,
resurfacing and then restriping.
okay.
So we need a proposal on both plans from a financial standpoint.
No, I mean, you have to really decide. You have the financial proposals. You're looking at 2.1 or 1.6 in round numbers. So what does the commission want to do? Go big or go small? And the major difference is the flex room. That large room.
What do you guys think?
I'd vote for the smaller version. And, I get around to a lot of municipalities, and these municipal bids are coming in sky high. They're coming in anywhere from 25 to 50% above their engineers' estimates across the board in every type of project, whether it's public works or fire departments, new buildings. And, I just think we got caught in a bad period of history here where costs are just so darn high.
I think I'd agree. I'd agree with you on that, Bob. I think, we don't need a big grand facility. We just need something that's serviceable. I'd be in favor of the smaller number moving forward with that. I guess, and then I guess from a timeline, what do we'd still be a year away from any construction, right? At least.
I don't remember what he said for timeline.
It depends upon when you give them the go-ahead to move forward, but you need your financing in place. So your financing is going to take likely till year end.
Mhm.
So you won't have that in place until maybe spring.
And did we have any of these numbers in that bid for the grant? Or was this completely separate from whatever we were trying to get?
You can't get money, grant money for
Golf
golf
courses.
courses. So this is not part of any grant scenario.
Okay.
The maintenance building could be.
Okay.
Is it the
just-
maintenance building that's included in the
That's,
HYA project,
yes,
the move?
Yes.
yeah, the park.
Yeah.
I would agree with both of you as far as the small versus large. The flex room, I mean, we had talked about maybe using it as a simulator, but, you know, for an extra, what, $500,000 or $600,000, I don't think it's worth it to do that. I think we'd rather just have the smaller one.
Now, the outside of this building compared to the one that was designed by the architect is not as pretty. It doesn't have the porch on it and all
Mhm.
the niceties to it, but it is functional.
Just need a good golf course. That's the,
Yeah.
you know, at the
Don't
end of the
spend
day.
much time there.
You know, to beautify the building, is there going to be any planting areas around the building? Because it's not going to just be macadamed up to the building, is it?
I
Do you know
don't
off the
know.
plan? I mean, you can do some nice things with some planting, different things. You know, maybe on the sides, you don't want to, maybe the back where you go in and out, that doesn't need much, but maybe on the sidings, you could always spend a few $1,000 for plantings if you wanted to do that, but I can't tell from these plans whether, you know, there's any room for that. You know, like right now, we have bushes and things around the building, but maybe that was done over time, I don't know.
Okay, well, you know, generally, I'm hearing a consensus that smaller pro shop. With that, I'll hear a motion to move forward with our advisors to build the smaller pro shop footprint. Right now, that's at 1.6.
Yeah, it's actually 1.7.
1.7, okay. All right, so I'll hear a motion for that, or go ahead.
Sorry, I'm looking at this alternate number 3. There's 3 different, it does say on here that alt number 3, that no utilities are included. Any and all utility power and communication charges are excluded. That's not talking about the building hookups. He's saying that,
The restroom facilities, the porta pots
okay,
are not going to be connected to public sewer.
got it,
So
okay. I just want to make sure that the utilities for the actual building are included.
And that's in the 1.6 or 1.7? That's the number 3 or this is alt 2. Alt 2 is 1.9, I guess. And then alt 3 is the 1.7. So that's the one we're talking about, right?
you'd be accepting alternate 1, which is the base bid, alternate 2, which is a deduct of 281,000, and then alternate 3, which is the temporary pro shop and restrooms. For a total of
okay.
1.6727.
Yeah, so the alternates aren't start to finish. It's just you take the base and then you're
Adding
either
on top of that.
adding on top of it or subtracting on top of it.
Okay,
yeah.
now I understand.
I just was running the numbers and figuring out how they got to the 162, so.
But
that
I have
makes
a
sense.
question. Did the board vote on hiring Gorski as the builder contractor?
I think that's what you're doing now.
Sounds like we're just voting on the plan. Not necessarily the entity of, you know, contractor.
I think one of the attractive things for
Architect, whatever.
Gorski was that there wouldn't have to be a bid on that because they're a design build. Otherwise, we have to take it out to bid.
Well, and you also said what he's projecting is going to be rather accurate.
The proposal versus the contract will be very similar. And we don't have the contract yet. So your motion is really to authorize Gorski to prepare the contracts and develop the work schedule or the work plan based on alternate 1, alternate 2, and alternate 3.
Okay, so then that'll move things along here tonight.
So at your
Okay.
next meeting, you'll have a proposal from him, a contract from him that gives you a number that you will pay.
Okay,
Unless you change something, then
Then
you
we,
change yours.
and then at that meeting, we can make a vote on the financial person that can be looking at that contract to,
okay. And to Cindy's point, at some point, we'll need to get it over to the Board of Supervisors. But that's a couple of months out, I would think. So for now, I'll hear a motion to contract with the Gorski Company for the pro shop renovations.
I'll second. Or
well,
I'll make the
we-
motion.
Make a motion.
we don't want to make a, well, Robert was saying, we want to make a motion to pursue a contract from Gorski, we're not approving the contract yet. Is that, Cindy, right? That's what you're
Okay,
saying. We don't have a contract. We just
Well,
have.
we'll
we have a
enter into an agreement with the Gorski Company
Yeah.
for renovations of the pro shop at the Four Seasons Golf Course.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion from Mr. Lundy, a second from Mr. Trump. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0, 6-0, 2, 4, 6, 6-0. And then you're still going to meet with PEM Financial Advisors.
You'll need
Also.
a motion to enter into we asked them for a proposal because the committee did not ask for proposals, cost proposals.
Okay, any discussion about that from anyone on the board?
Yes. Why was PFM chosen? What distinguished them between the other two?
I put my 2 cents in for Raymond James only because I'm more familiar with the firm. They're local to Lancaster. And I also know one of the individuals that presented, but I did disclose that, so.
Well, do you make any money off of them?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No, you don't have to do,
Yeah.
you don't have to abstain then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the committee met with Concord, PFM, and Raymond James.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But in here, it says that we're suggesting PFM.
Yeah, that's why I asked the question, what distinguished them above the other two?
Staff is recommending PFM.
Yeah, from my perspective, they were the largest, they're nationwide, and they're much larger than most of the other,
Who, PFM?
yes. We're comfortable with any of the 3 that we spoke with. Concord's probably the smallest and maybe they would fall to third for that reason, but the other 2 are pretty comparable.
And we got recommendations from the school board also, and they both said that they're both good for the school
Got
district.
recommendations from all of them. In fact, like the school board used multiple groups. They used, I think, PFM and they used Concord.
Okay.
I'm not sure about James off the top of my head.
I thought there was an email between you and somebody else at the school district, and they said it was Raymond James and PFM, and they had used them both for different,
And then they all 3 have excellent records.
yeah.
Is the PFM Financial Advisors that is not highlighted in the text the same as the one that is highlighted down below?
Yes. That's just.
So
their
you've
website.
met with these people already,
All 3, yeah.
PFM,
Yeah, they're out of Harrisburg. Raymond James and Concord are both.
and you got proposals from the other 2?
No proposals, just in initial meetings, I think.
Okay, so why,
Make a motion to decide who we want to get a proposal from.
well, why wouldn't we get a proposal from all 3?
Yeah, I agree with
Correct,
that.
right.
The committee
But
felt
you don't
that
know
they
what the
did not,
cost
want-
difference is going to be.
the committee didn't want to have the cost of their services to interfere with their interview, so to speak. So we didn't ask them for proposals. We
You didn't
met with
ask any-
them and felt comfortable.
Well, when we expanded the police department, we talked to 3 or 4. They all gave us, in their proposals, a cost. And I kind of remember who was high and who was low. Of course, we used RBC, didn't we?
That's now
RBC doesn't
Raymond
do it
James.
anymore.
Oh, that's now Raymond
Yeah, they
James. I
moved from
didn't know that.
RBC to
Okay.
Raymond James, yeah. Can it hurt to get proposals from all three?
I wouldn't just taking direction from the committee.
Okay,
You didn't want
I
them.
missed that part, maybe that was,
I mean, I would be in favor of PFM and Raymond James. Sounds like if Concord, sounds like that's third on the list, I would be comfortable with the top 2.
Well, I'd say at least get 2.
yeah.
I mean, you got to have some comparison, I would think.
I mean,
There's no cost associated getting this, right?
right. there
So
is.
I would,
Why not ask for all 3?
Yeah,
sure.
That's all right. Okay. All right, so I'll make a motion to request a proposal from, financial proposal from Concord PFM Financial Advisors and Raymond James. And I'd ask that the, companies return a, recommendation back to us by October 30th.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion from Mr. Trump. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Second from Mr. Lundy. Motion from Mr. Trump, second from Mr. Lundy. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
They could probably get it a lot quicker than that.
Okay, well,
Your meeting's on the 24th, so I would think that you'd want recommendations at your next meeting.
That's what I was thinking.
okay. All right, so make some progress. Maintenance facility, nothing to report at this point. Budget to actual, general budget, any comments from anyone on the board about our, financial situation?
Our reserve went down though, didn't it? Because the mower came in? Okay.
What, okay, what is the 93,000 on the, capital? East Hempfield?
That's the mower.
Let me look at this.
You should check. Already paid out. Because there was a discounted money. Yeah. Not sure what he's looking at. Not sure what he's looking at. Tom, what are you looking at? The general
At the
fund
top of
capital?
the top of one of these reports, there was a 93,000 expense charge I thought I saw.
Is that on the check run?
Yes, it was on the check run.
East Hempfield Townships.
Or
reimbursement.
82,812.
Yeah, it includes the regular payroll for the 2 payrolls, and then it also includes the 3rd quarter of the administrative and public works quarterly fee, the 16,000. Last one on the East Hempfield Township.
Okay, I'm sorry, I guess that. All right, and then in the, so that was the check run where I saw that, and then on the, in our checking account, we have $270,000. And in our capital reserve, to include certificates of deposit, we have $500,000 still, right? Okay. I'm looking at that properly. If there's no other questions, I'll hear a motion to approve our general capital and trial balance reports for this year, for this month.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion from Mr. Trump. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second from Mr. Enoch. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Okay. I guess I'd ask for a motion to approve our cash requirements for July 24th through August the 27th.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All right, motion from Mr. Lundy, a second from Mr. Krimmel. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
6-0, approved. Old business, golf operations update. Jim?
No update.
Hey, Jim, I got one request on your report. I don't know if you're doing this in Excel, but you know, when it shows up, you truncates off 24 and 25. So if you could make some adjustment for that so we could see those months would be, you know, good thing.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Moving on. The new mowers in service, Jim? John?
Gone.
Yeah, we got the new mower last week and it's in service.
Okay.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Don't get dirty.
I'm trying not to.
A Cadillac. All right, good job. All right, well, we appreciate the condition that you're keeping the golf course in. It's, we continue to get a lot of good comments and praise about its condition, and again, we're very appreciative.
I just wanted to add, I did hear today that Hempfield had their match there and the greens were rolling extra fast.
Good to hear. We like to keep it a little difficult.
Okay. A new business item, sewer lateral. Mrs. Schweitzer, can you update us on this?
Oh, did I have that on there? Okay, did I explain? No.
Significant sewer line that had a minimal impact on blue collar.
Oh, yeah, so since we're moving forward with the pro shop, this isn't as crucial, but what they discovered was there was a sewer clog in the main or the lateral. And they went to clean it out and discovered that they discovered there's a trap in there and there's no access to the trap. So it's underneath a foundation. So to repair it, they would have to go in from the side of the dock and dig it out and swap out that line with plastic. Right now, it's cast iron. They didn't want to mess with it. They did get it cleaned or clear, but apparently it was once maybe a 6-inch capacity, but because it's corroding, it's probably now down to 4, which is why it continues to clog. So we'll keep monitoring it and keep after it, but it's a potential problem. It was like a 6-hour overtime for our maintenance person to take care of that on a Sunday morning.
Okay, but that's how we're gonna handle it. We're gonna unclog it as necessary, and then
Right,
when the barn is demolished,
reroute.
that'll sort of take care of itself, right?
Yes,
All right,
exactly.
so it's potential cost issue, but not a big cost issue, or significantly big
Right,
cost issue.
less expensive than repairing it.
Okay.
The kitchen at Blue Collar, that line's going to be rerouted, tie into the new sewer line? Because the dock's on the other side of the barn.
The sewer line that's there now flows one way. After the barn is gone, it's gonna flow the other way to Church Street, which is what feeds or takes away the blue collar. Yes,
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did somebody say we have there's a septic tank
yes.
so is that from blue collar or from the pro shop?
That takes care of the ladies' restroom in the
It-
pro shop.
So if we get a new building, would we want to remove that or would that stay where it is? Or would we,
Probably keep it in place, but just not use it. It would be rerouted. Well, it would be gone because the ladies' room will be gone.
okay. Does he know about that? I guess, is
Gorski.
Gorski doing the,
We'd probably do
Demolition.
that outside the contract
okay,
because it's in front of the pro shop. We'll have to make them aware.
Yeah, because that's what my question was, that, you know, that we had looked at utilities, and that's a significant portion of this remodeling or, you know, new pro shop. And I know a little bit from my memory, how it's kind of strange situation in the barn, how the sewer and water flows through there.
Mhm.
And that's why I'm interested, you know, are we going to have a new water or sewer line?
Yes, you are.
I think all of our problems stem from under the pro shop in the barn. So like, once we get rid of all that,
Mhm.
we can pull everything out nicely.
And they just repaired and replaced everything in the cart room. That's all new plastic. But nobody was aware of the trap. So,
Okay, anything else on that? All right, thank you. All right. Last thing that we have, or second to last thing we have here is approving our minutes from our previous meeting, July 23rd. Any additions or corrections? Hearing none, I'll hear a motion to approve the minutes from our July 23rd meeting.
I so move.
Motion for Mr. Mr. Russell. Motion for Mr. Krimmel. Do I hear a second?
Second.
A second from Mr. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 6-0. All right, I don't think there's going to be any public comment tonight, doesn't look like.
I wasn't in the last meeting, by the way, so I would have to abstain.
Make it 5.
Yeah.
5-0. Okay, I don't think we have any public comment tonight. Anything else for the good of the cause? Hearing nothing, I'll adjourn the meeting at 7:35.
Did you volunteer?
Hole 13.
Can we talk about that already?
It was with the